What's up, guys? So we're back out here on Roadheads today. Just trying to get a little bit of fishing in. Don't know how well you guys can hear. This wind is terrible today, so it's absolutely blowing out here. We've got about, well, it's not terrible, but it's blowing. Supposed to get up to 15 miles. I'm supposed to have up to 15-mile-an-hour gusts today. It's pretty cold with the wind chill. The air temps at like low 30s, I think. It's pretty chilly, but the sun's actually not bad. If this wind would ever stop, it'd be a great day. Water's got decent clarity, not as good as it was the other day, but a lot better than it's been in the past month. Water temp's still high 40s, hasn't really changed a whole lot. Did speak to one of my buddies though, who's had some success lately, so we're gonna have to try and give that a shot, which I had not even entered my mind. So we'll see how things go. Alright guys, so of course I've had my camera on for an hour, and you know, a couple hundred yards ago I cut it off just to save a little bit of the battery. So check this dude out. You can see tails are, I don't know how well you can see it, tail's looking a little red. Not a huge guy, but I think we're gonna put him in the live well just so I can get a couple pictures, and that sort of stuff. But anyway, I'm right here off this dock. Been throwing the jerk bait a little bit, but I caught him on the Switchblade from Jakked Baits. I believe this is the coleslaw color. Could be wrong. We've got so many colors it's hard to keep track of them. But I'm dragging it right off this post, right off this, let's see, what would that be? West post of the dock, and felt the thump. He hammered it, son. He was hungry, which is cool. That's product testing at its finest, you know. I've never been a big spinnerbait fisherman, but I have to say, I got these in the mail the other day. I decided to give them a try, and honestly, like I know I preach about jacked baits all the time, but there's a reason for that. And I feel like, I don't know, they're quality baits. They're made by good people. They're an affordable price, and they work. I mean, that's the thing for me. If they didn't work, I wouldn't have been, you know, preaching the word of Jack for been well over a year now, probably a year and some change, something like that. So it's really cool to get out here on super tough days when the conditions are not ideal for pretty much anything. I mean, as you can see and probably hear, the wind's blowing considerable. It's cold, water's still cold. Water temp is 46.5, so we're still high 40s. I mean, it's still chilly out here, but it's always cool to get out here and actually catch a fish. Come on. There you go. Get out of here, little dude. Alrighty, guys, so we just got the fish back in the water. I pulled back in the cove so I can just kind of talk about, it's kind of hard to hear with the wind and everything out on the main channel because it is blowing today. So let's talk about what I caught that on. That was the Switchblade from Jakked Baits. So like I said earlier, I might have said earlier, I don't remember. I've never been a big fan of a spinnerbait. I've never really thrown one enough to get comfortable with it. And we came out with these, gosh, it's not been that long ago. It's a pretty recent idea. But the Switchblade itself, so this is actually the 3/4 ounce. This is the coleslaw color if you go to get it online. So there you go. But the thing I love about this is part of the reason that I never threw a spinnerbait is because I felt like I couldn't get it. I felt like I'm not a big finesse kind of fisherman. I don't throw really light stuff. I like throwing heavy stuff. That seems like I've always been that way. So with these, they're heavy enough to cast, to really get, but they're not so heavy that they get hung up in every bit of cover that you throw them through. Like I've been throwing this one solid for the past 2 days that I've came out here, and I think I've hung it up once, maybe. And it's rare. It's this. The design of this is really good. The head is heavy enough to get it down and to keep it down, but it's not so much that it weighs it down to the point that it gets hung on everything. You know, rocks, laydowns, docks, everything, it doesn't matter. That fish I caught earlier, I pulled it right off the side of a dock, had a bunch of brush laying beside it, so, you know. But yeah, and these spinnerbaits, they're really great quality. I've, like I said, I've never been a big spinnerbait thrower, but I believe now, I'll put it that way. So, but the awesome thing about these, when Tom and the guys designed these, they had the premise, and I'm sure Tom's got a video out there that can give you in more detail how he came up with the idea. But basically, when you throw a spinnerbait, a lot of times you don't want 2 willow leaf blades or 2 Colorado blades or whatever. You want to change them out, like, and instead of having to cut off your line, tie on a different spinnerbait, this takes away that problem, because if you'll look here, you can see, try to get that to focus, the clip on there and right there. So you want two silver willow leaf blades or whatever right here. Pop that loose, that blade's off, gone, that quick. You want to interchange them. My fingers are too fat to do this. There. It's that simple. Change your blades out, change your size, change your colors. You want to go to 2 Colorado blades, whatever you want to do. It's that easy. And that's the great thing about this. Instead of buying, I mean, just think of how many combinations you could have just with that. You buy one frame and a couple blades, and you've got all you need. So, and I think that's a really cool design. I don't see the need to change them at the moment, but there again, not a big, haven't really thrown a spinnerbait a whole lot, so I don't really know the difference that each blade makes on retrieve and, you know, what to use when. So it works really great for me. Put a fish in the boat. So we're gonna try to get back out here a little bit more. The winds just keeps picking up. It keeps getting tougher to hold it down out there, but we're gonna try. So y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, so we're back at the house. We're finally off the water. It's yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day of fishing. You know, it's been really tough lately, so if we can go out and catch something on some of my favorite baits, then not a whole lot to complain about. But that's it for me, guys. We're gonna try to get back out on the water tomorrow, weather permitting, because it's hard to get Rachel out here when it's cold. That's why she hasn't been in any videos in a while. So thank you guys so much. For those of you who watch this video, you really don't know how much I appreciate it. Whenever I post a video, I'm watching it constantly just to see if maybe I can get just a few more views on this video compared to the last one, compared to the one before that. I'm just trying to grow this thing and spread it as much as I can. It's just something I really enjoy doing, so I hope I can continue. Well, I'm going to continue doing it. I just want it to be successful. I don't ever envision making any kind of money or being monetized or any of that. No. It's just something I enjoy doing. I really like doing. I like helping people. So why wouldn't I try to help people doing something that I love doing? So again, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Maybe there'll be one tomorrow. Who knows? So thank y'all.